It's week 4 of the National Football League, and all eyes are on Jared Goff. He's going to have to air it out plenty this week. It's the Lions and the Hawks on Monday night.
Downtown between Brush Street and I-375. That's where we're located in the heart of Detroit at Ford Field, which first opened back in 2002. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Lions team entering play. Now, they've lost 3 straight here, and it goes without saying, I guess, they could certainly use a win.
And how do they get a win? Because they've lost 3 straight, I think it's paramount that they get a fast, clean start to this game.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Seahawks, an early season tilt. And when it's an early season tilt, should be ready to roll.
Well, let's face it, the aches and pains haven't really set in yet. And both
get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. And out come the Lions for their first drive behind their 9th-year quarterback in year number 4 with Detroit. It's Jared Goff.
And it's funny how we always talk about how analytics are starting to creep into the game. One end got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
They will run for the first time with David Montgomery. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. David Montgomery, his first touchdown on the year. And the Lions put the night's first points on the board as they take the early lead. You'd have to imagine for a team that's lost 3 straight games, scoring first in this first quarter has to feel pretty good.
It has to feel great for them, and also it's a nice signal.
And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. So out come the Seahawks now for their first possession. And they're led out by their mobile quarterback out of West Virginia. It's Geno Smith.
And last week's loss came despite a clean game on his end. Throwing from him, he's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. He's got his target. That's complete. Touchdown, Detroit. Amon-Ra St. Brown. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Lions lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. Another impressive drive, so they're 2 for 2, 2 touchdowns. Charles, a great start to this ball game for them.
And one of the words that's really worked its way into our lexicon is stacking. They've stacked doing that kind of work. It really hurts you on the back end.
And even though it's an incompletion there, I think they're going back to that well. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jerome Baker. And the Seahawks are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. So that potentially an important takeaway here in this second quarter.
Because what it does is give their offense a chance to put a drive together. They've got nothing on the scoreboard so far, so you have to think that they need something before the break. And now they have an opportunity.
Off of play action, here's Smith. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And it's caught on the deflection. And this is going to be a touchdown. On that connection, it looked like they maybe had some pre-play communication. Maybe one of them noticed an area that was open in the defense to get the pass to.
When you put the time in, sometimes you have that great silent communication that you just noticed right there, because the best quarterback-receiver combos in the NFL, throw kind of exemplifies what we've seen from this offense throughout this game.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. And now off to the races, down the right side. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So that potentially a turning point here this third quarter. A 2-score lead down to 1 now following the pick 6.
And that had to be the message at halftime for this defense, delivered and accepted. We need to go out there and make something happen.
Gibbs. And he takes it into the end zone across the chalk. Now there is a flag down, but I think that's offsides on the defense.
Yeah, I think that's going to stand, partner.
Offside, defense.
So obviously they will decline the penalty there, and the result is 6 points.
That penalty is declined.
Illusion. They've got it 2nd and goal as they look for a late touchdown. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed. But if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but
another run on 2nd down, trying to cover up. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. Touchdown, Detroit. Jahmyr Gibbs with his 2nd touchdown of the game, the 4th of the year. And the Lions use the big play to extend their 4th quarter lead.
you get in a 2nd and long situation down here in the red zone, I'd say most defensive
But could not. Here's Smith. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. It's Brian Branch with it. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown. Well, part of this defense now with multiple interceptions in this game, but this time they say turnabout is fair play because, remember, they had a pick 6 on the other side at the end zone. And that will be incomplete. They were going for a consolation TD, but it was not to be. And time has run out now on this game. What a performance. All those points put on the board. And, Charles, it wasn't just by the offense. The defense put some points on the board as well. They were solid today.
Yeah, it was a complete effort to secure the win, and both sides of the ball made big plays. But how demoralizing is it when the opposing defense can take one all the way back against you? And that was the case here. That really sparked them to victory.
So for Detroit, it took a few weeks, but they finally get their first one of the season here in Week 4. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Seahawks, they'll sink now to 0-4.